Well, this is about imperialism in Southeast Asia. It basically began because of the economic factors, like the demand for the Asian products. These Asian products drove the Western imperialists to seek possession of the Southeast Asian lands. These Southeast Asian lands are the Pacific Rim, basically. These are the islands and countries around the Pacific Ocean. So the Dutch were some of them. They were called the Dutch East India Company. Mm, they had control of Indonesia. So they had control of it basically because of the rim and tin that it had. And then there's the British. The British controlled the Malayan Peninsula. They wanted it because of the same things basically as the Dutch. They also were in control of Singapore. Singapore was or is a port in the Pacific Ocean, and many of the things that went through it went to China. So that was a very important thing for their economy in those days. Then there was the French. The French took control of Indochina. So this means that they fought with the Vietnamese, now known Vietnam, and they had really big problems with Vietnam. And the main reason why they took it was basically the same as the other ones for rim and tin and rubber and some agriculture for the rice and all that happened there in Indochina. Then there was a country called Siam. Siam got neutral or stayed neutral the whole time. They divided the British and the French territories. Their country president or emperor was a very intelligent man, so he decided to be neutral, didn't take part in it. So they really didn't have problems in those days. Then the Americans also got into imperialism. Some didn't want because they had just got their independence from Britain, but others did want, so they finally got in and bought the Philippines because after the Spanish-American War, they had a lot of wars with the Philippines, very known wars for all the deaths that there was. Then they bought Hawaii, at first Hawaii decided to be an independent nation and didn't want to be part of America. But when another president arrived, he was called Sanford B. Dole. He asked to be made part of the America, but at first President Cleveland didn't want. And like 5 years later, in 1898, President Cleveland finally decided to make Hawaii part of USA or annex it.